What if I told you the most powerful thing you could say to her is nothing? No message, no call, no closure, just silence that echoes louder than any scream. You gave her your time, your loyalty, your love, and she walked away like it meant nothing. That pain you're feeling, that's your awakening. Right now you're at a crossroads. You can crumble, or you can become the man she'll regret ever losing, not by chasing her, not by proving your worth, but by becoming untouchable without saying a word. This isn't about manipulation. This is about transformation, about taking Stoic principles, self-control, emotional detachment, inner strength, and fusing them with dark psychology's raw truths. You don't beg for respect. You embody it. You don't talk about your value. You become it. This is how you become the one she can't replace. And it all starts right now. If you're done letting heartbreak control you, if you're ready to rise without revenge, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am silent, not weak. Number 1. Silence is power. When she left, your first instinct was probably to explain yourself, to ask why, to try and fix it. But here's the truth. Every word you speak after she's gone is fuel for her ego. Every text, every call, every "we need to talk" is proof that she still has emotional leverage over you. You think you're showing love, but what you're really showing is weakness. And women don't regret walking away from weak men. They forget them. Silence is not passive. It's a weapon, and when wielded correctly, it's psychological warfare. She expects emotion. She expects chaos. She expects you to break. So when you give her nothing, no closure, no confrontation, not even a breadcrumb of attention, you flip the entire script. Now she's the one left wondering, was I not enough? Why didn't he fight for me? That doubt creeps in slowly, and it festers. Here's what Stoicism teaches. Control your tongue, control your life. The man who speaks from impulse gives away his power. But the man who masters silence, he owns the room without entering it. He commands attention by being the only one not trying to get it. Your silence tells her you've already detached, that you're focused, that you're becoming something she can't access anymore. And this isn't just about her. Silence isn't for her benefit. It's for yours. In silence, you get clarity. You start seeing her not as the woman you imagined, but as the woman who actually walked away. You begin to rebuild, mentally, physically, emotionally. You start becoming him, not the man who begged, but the man who vanished, leveled up, and came back unrecognizable. Remember this. When you cut off your words, you cut off her control. Silence is the loudest reminder that you're no longer available to be played with. That kind of stillness, it echoes in her mind longer than any goodbye ever could. If you're done talking to someone who stopped listening, if you're ready to let your absence speak volumes, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I let silence speak for me. Number 2. Feel it once, then never again. Pain isn't the enemy. Clinging to it is. When she left, it broke something inside you, and that's real. Don't lie to yourself about it. Don't pretend it didn't sting. Stoicism doesn't mean you're numb. It means you control how long the pain lives in you. You want to win? Feel it. Feel all of it. But feel it once, deeply, honestly, and then bury it. Not under distraction, not under someone new, but under discipline. That's how warriors heal. Most men stretch heartbreak over weeks, months, sometimes years, rehashing conversations, checking her social, overthinking every damn moment, and every time they do, they bleed a little more. That's not strength. That's emotional self-harm. You're not meant to live in grief. You're meant to extract the lesson, then leave the battlefield stronger. Dark psychology teaches this. The brain is addicted to emotional loops. It clings to pain because pain demands attention. But you have to break the loop. How? Sit with the pain once. No distractions, no numbing. Lock your phone, kill the music, and stare it in the face. And then, once it's fully felt, Burn it. Let that be the funeral. No more rewinding. No more rereading old messages. That version of you dies with that moment. From there, your silence becomes cleaner. You're not quiet because you're hurting. You're quiet because you've moved on. You've done the work. And that makes you unshakable. You're no longer reacting to her absence. You're building in spite of it. She doesn't expect you to heal this fast. She expects you to fall apart. When you don't, that's when the regret creeps in, because now she's the only one still stuck in the old story, while you've already started a new one. If you're done reliving the pain and ready to let it go for good, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, "I feel once, then I rise." Number 3. Control the frame. Control the game. Every relationship is a battle for the frame. Whoever controls the frame controls the meaning of everything. When she left, did you panic? Did you try to convince her to stay? That means she had the frame. She was the prize. She had the power. And here's the brutal truth. People don't walk away from what they value. They walk away from what they think they've outgrown. So if she left, it means in her mind, you weren't above her anymore. But here's where the shift happens. Stoicism teaches that you can't control her choices, but you can control how you interpret them. That's frame control. She didn't walk away because you were unworthy. She walked away because she couldn't see your worth. That's her blindness, not your failure. And when you believe that, when you own that, you instantly take the frame back. Dark psychology says this: perception is reality. If you act like you've lost, people will believe it, including her. But if you carry yourself like nothing fazed you, if you move like her leaving was just another event, not a tragedy, you become unpredictable. That unsettles her, because now you're not reacting the way she expected. You're not broken, you're composed, focused, detached, and that's magnetic. Don't explain your silence, don't defend your worth, just be. Live in the frame that you were always the prize, and she didn't realize it until it was too late. The second you stop chasing her validation, you take away the frame she had over you, and now she has to question her own decision. That's power. If you're done giving her the frame, if you're ready to own your story, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, "I control the frame. I control the game." Number 4. Disappear to reappear. She can't miss what's always available. The reason she feels nothing right now is because she still senses your presence, your posts, your stories, your silence that still feels loud. You haven't really disappeared. You've just gone quiet in the same room. But if you want her to feel your absence, you have to vanish. Not to make her miss you, but to find yourself again. Disappearing is an art. It's not just deleting her number or unfollowing her. It's pulling your energy out of every space she used to occupy. It's falling off her radar without a trace. No dramatic exit, no cryptic quotes. Just gone. That's when it starts to hit her. When there's nothing to watch. No sign of you to track. That's when silence becomes uncertainty. And uncertainty creates tension. Stoicism tells you to retreat within, to rebuild where no one sees. This is that moment. While she's wondering why you're silent, you're sharpening your mind, stacking your wins, shifting your body, your focus, your energy. You're not doing it for her. You're doing it because this pain lit a fire, and you're going dark until the fire builds you into something she can't reach anymore. Meanwhile, the psychology hits her hard. Her brain searches for patterns, your routines, your habits, your presence, but it finds nothing. And that void, that drives curiosity. Curiosity leads to overthinking, and overthinking leads to regret. Not because you played a game, but because you actually disappeared and made peace with it. Most men fake detachment, but when it's real, it's terrifying to her. If you're done lingering in the background, if you're ready to vanish and rise in silence, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, "I disappear to evolve." Number 5. Build in the shadows. You don't owe her a front row seat to your comeback. In fact, that's the mistake most men make. They try to show they're doing better. They post more, flex harder, fake smiles, hoping she'll see it and feel something. But the truth? That just screams insecurity. Real growth makes no noise. Real power moves in silence. If she can see your transformation, it means you're still performing for her. And that means she still owns space in your mind. Stoicism is about indifference to applause. You don't need her validation, her attention, or her reaction. What you need is a mission so big it pulls you out of your past and into your purpose. This is where the shadows become your sanctuary. While she's out there pretending she's unbothered, you're stacking discipline, mastering your craft, and building a version of yourself so rare she wouldn't even recognize you now. Dark psychology knows this truth. People only value what they can't track. When she sees nothing, she imagines everything. She'll start to wonder, what's he doing? Who is he with? Why does he seem so gone? And that curiosity turns into tension. She'll remember what it felt like when you were always available. And now she's realizing she has no clue who you're becoming. And the best part, you're not becoming him for her. You're becoming him because of her, because she awakened something in you, an obsession with self-respect. And that's why you stay hidden. Because when you finally reappear, you don't need to prove anything. Your presence will be the proof. If you're done performing for someone who stopped watching, if you're ready to build quietly and strike loudly, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I build where no one sees. Number 6. Never chase what walked away. Chasing her won't bring her back, it'll push her further. The moment she walked out, she made a decision, and every step you take toward her after that, it validates her choice. It says, you were right to leave. I'm still here waiting. That's not love. That's desperation dressed up as hope. Stoicism teaches us this. You don't beg for what you deserve. You let it go. Why? Because your value isn't negotiable. When someone walks away, they forfeit the version of you they had access to. The moment they left is the moment you cut off their access to your future. And when you truly understand that, you stop chasing. Not because you're bitter, but because you're better. Dark psychology flips the emotional script. When someone expects you to chase and you don't, it destabilizes them. It makes them question their power over you. She might have walked away thinking you'd follow, but when you don't, she starts looking over her shoulder, and that's where the shift begins. From confidence to confusion, from certainty to doubt. Your silence is the chase she didn't expect. Your indifference is the attention she can't handle. And your absence? That's the pain she didn't calculate. Because here's what no one tells you. Walking away was supposed to make you weaker. But when you use it to sharpen your edge instead, that's when the power flips. If you're done chasing ghosts and ready to let them live with their choices, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I never chase what lost me. Number 7. She'll feel the void. She expected you to stay emotionally tethered. Even if you didn't speak, she expected you to lurk, to watch her stories, to post something cryptic, to leave some digital breadcrumb that said, I'm still here. But when you truly detach, when you vanish completely, she doesn't just notice it, she feels it. It's a void, a vacuum, and nature hates a vacuum. Stoicism teaches that detachment isn't indifference, it's inner strength. You don't react to loss like a victim. You absorb the hit, learn the lesson, and keep moving. That distance you've created, it's not emptiness, it's peace. But to her, it's confusion. Her brain is wired to expect a pattern, emotional cause and effect. But when you give her no access, no reactions, no emotion to feed off of, she spirals. Dark psychology works on absence. When someone is always available, they're easy to ignore. But the second they vanish without a trace, the mind starts to obsess. The silence isn't just silence, it becomes a question mark. And the more confident she seemed when she walked away, the louder that question mark becomes. Why doesn't he care? Why hasn't he reached out? Did I mean nothing to him? And the answer she finds in her head? That's the punishment. Because while she was hoping you'd orbit her world forever, you left it like it never existed. That's the kind of void that doesn't just hurt, it haunts. If you're done feeding her ego with your presence, if you're ready to let the silence do the talking, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I become the void she can't fill. Number 8. The Aura of Indifference. Real power doesn't need to shout. It walks into a room and doesn't care who's watching. It's in the way you carry yourself. Shoulders back, eyes steady, no need to prove anything. That's the aura of indifference. And when she sees it, whether online, in public, or by chance, she'll feel it instantly. That energy? It's colder than any goodbye. Indifference isn't pretending you don't care. It's genuinely not caring. Not because you're numb, but because you've leveled up past needing her validation. Stoicism is built on this, emotional neutrality. You don't flinch, you don't react, you observe, you stay composed. That calm, unreadable energy, that's what shakes her, because she can't figure you out anymore, and people hate what they can't read. Dark psychology knows the strongest leverage is emotional unpredictability. You're not angry, you're not sad, you're just done, and that unsettles her. Because if you're still angry, she still matters. But indifference, that's closure without words. That's the funeral she wasn't invited to. She'll start questioning everything, not just your past, but your present. Is he over me? Is he better now? Does he even remember me? And the more indifferent you are, the deeper that doubt cuts. Your body language, your stillness, your calm gaze, it should all say the same thing. You lost access. Permanently. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. And when you radiate that energy, you don't need to talk about growth. You are the growth. If you're done pretending to be okay and ready to be okay, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My indifference is my power. Number 9. Don't just improve, transcend. Improvement is expected after a breakup. Hit the gym, read some books, post a few wins. But that's not enough. Not if you want to become the man she can't replace. You don't just improve, you transcend. That means you don't just get in shape, you transform your body like it was carved from purpose. You don't just make more money, you create freedom. You don't just move on, you evolve into something she never even saw coming. Stoicism isn't about surface change. It's about internal mastery. It's about reshaping your entire worldview. She was part of your story, but now you're writing a whole new book. And in that book, the old version of you doesn't even exist anymore. The man she walked away from? He's gone. Buried in discipline, forged in solitude, reborn in silence. Dark psychology flips this transformation into an advantage. Most people hope their ex notices their progress, but you don't need her to. You're not doing this for her attention. You're doing it because mediocrity disgusts you now. You've felt the sting of being underestimated, and now you've become the kind of man who doesn't get underestimated anymore. This is where the energy shifts completely. You're no longer reacting to her choice. You're rising because of it. And if she ever crosses paths with you again, it won't be nostalgia she feels. It'll be regret. Not because you tried to get her back, but because she'll realize she never even knew what she lost. If you're done leveling up for appearances and ready to evolve beyond recognition, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I don't rise to impress, I rise to transcend. Number 10. Make her regret without revenge. Revenge is easy. Anyone can post a thirst trap, show off success, fake happiness for the gram. But real regret? That's earned through absence and elevation. You don't destroy her with insults, you destroy her with your evolution. The kind that makes her realize she could have had that version of you, but she walked away before he was born. Stoicism doesn't waste time on revenge. It moves in silence, guided by principle. You don't need to win her back. You don't even need to be seen. You just need to become so far removed, so upgraded, so locked into your purpose, that her name doesn't even echo in your mind anymore. You don't hate her, you don't miss her, you just outgrew her. Dark psychology teaches us the most devastating punishment is to become what they never expected, and do it without spite. No pettiness, no games, just relentless self-evolution. And when she sees it, or hears about it from someone else, she won't know what to do with that emotion, that mix of jealousy, confusion, and loss, because the man she thought would always be there isn't, and the man you've become, he wouldn't even pause to look back. You've gone from heartbroken to high value, from wounded to untouchable. That regret she feels now, that's not revenge, that's just reality catching up to her. And you didn't even lift a finger. If you're done trying to hurt her and ready to rise beyond her reach, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Her regret is my silence. Let her feel what she chose. You keep moving forward. You came here looking for answers, maybe even revenge. But now you know, this path isn't about her, it's about you. About becoming the kind of man who doesn't chase closure, doesn't beg for attention, doesn't seek validation from anyone who couldn't see his worth. You've got something deeper now. Stoic discipline, emotional clarity, the power to walk away without flinching. That's not just strength, that's rare. And rare men don't get replaced, they get remembered. So here's the final truth. You don't need to post your progress, you don't need to prove anything. Just become so focused, so disciplined, so powerful, that she wouldn't even recognize the man standing in front of her now. That's how you win, without saying a word. Your silence is your storm. Let it build,